Hello everyone, welcome back to Monotonous Minecraft, episode 2! Wait, how do they... Here, you do the wave thing? I don't know, I'll never be a classic YouTuber, that's fine. As you can see here, we're starting off in the... Actually, you probably can't see here, hold on. Deek. We're starting off near the center of the world. Since last time, I started putting in the floor for our central base. It's a lovely collection of... andesite and diorite, I think. Yeah, I know this is diorite. With apologies to Iskall. So what we're going to do today is we need to do some resource gathering. I've done a little bit of flattening here and there. I did set up a base in our desert temple, or not in our desert temple, sorry, I haven't gone through that yet, our desert village. But what I need to find is a good spot to start digging down. And it looks like, looking at our map, we've got a lot of water, we got a lot of sand. So we're going to want someplace that's neither of those. And we want it someplace, whoops, close to the ground. So we don't have to dig through a mountain to get all the way down. And we're going to do a classic, just angled staircase down. And we'll add stairs later on. For right now, we'll just do it 3 layers tall, like what are they? 3 blocks tall each step. Jeez, can't think of today. This will be fun. Let's go find a spot here, and then what we'll do is I'll do pretty much a time lapse for most of the video, because I don't want to keep these too long. But we'll see what we can find down there. You can see I've got some tools, cobblestone, pickaxe, and shovels. I don't know how far we'll get down there. Let's see. Let's get to a stopping point here. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, it's stone. Actually, let's go back to my base first. Pick up some of the iron I had found, and we'll do an iron pickaxe too for any gems we might come across. And we'll do a bit of a loadout. Okay, I've got a crafting table. What I like to do when I'm mining is I carry a few things. Obviously, the pickaxes, the shovels, just to get through material quicker. I like a crafting table and some wood so I can... I know I'm going the wrong direction here. So I can make more shovels and pickaxes when they break. And I like to have an iron pickaxe with me to get some of the beefier, like gems, like diamonds and things like that we'll need to make bigger tools. There's our guardian farm again. Let's see. Let's start running a little bit here. Hey, cow. Yes, I say hi to most of the animals I walk by in Minecraft. Sorry. Or, not sorry. What do I care? If you don't like it, you don't have to say hi to your cows. But that's how you make friends. Well, now I'm just stuck. This would probably be more interesting to watch if I was a better player. I don't know if you could hear that door sound. I edited my first video. I had to do a complete voiceover because the sound... I'd left the game sound so loud it was drowning me out. I'm trying to keep this a little bit more low-key, go through it. I'll do a little bit of a talk about plants coming up during the time-lapse. But for right now, I'm just kind of winging it. So you may hear family sounds. Or like that dog chasing the cats. She wants to be friends with them. They do not want to reciprocate. Let's get back. Oh. I'm not used to having to go through water. The world I've been playing on forever is already flattened at this point, or to at least that level, so I can just run everywhere. Okay. Nimrod Villager. Trying to remember where my here it is. played a little bit in the intervening times, but not a lot. So here's Mikasa. You can see I've collected some clay, just basic stuff. We probably won't need sand. Coal we're gonna take because we're gonna have to make some torches. Don't need lily pads, wood's fine. Whoops, I mean I need that. Ah, controls. Don't need dirt. Don't need my. Actually, I will keep my chest with me because I'm gonna try to keep most of the cobblestone and dirt and whatever we mine. As you can see, I'm using andesite and diorite for our floor of our main base, and so I'm gonna want a lot of that. Don't need a door though. Let's see what else is up here. Iron we want to make. Oh look, I do have 3 diamonds already. But I've got plenty of obsidian. I'll hold off on the diamonds for right now. So let's make iron pickaxe and some more cobblestones. Okay. So I'm going to put the sticks back and just carry stuff in the oak planks. That way it takes up less space. Oops, I'm going to want that iron back. Oh, dang it. I do that every time. Only paying attention to my inventory and my hotbar, not the fact I have a chest open. So if we're over here, we might as well look for a spot to mine from here. If I go out this way, you can see that I've spent some time already doing some flattening. This used to all be water. I'm going to try to cover up most of my water with dirt blocks so that grass grows. I don't know, just a random aesthetic. Doesn't really matter. Don't want to get too close to the edge of the world. And I'm once again going a little the opposite direction I want to. I'm going to go on the other side of this fortress. Ooh, a horse. Did we see horses before? I don't think we saw any horses before. One of the things you often find if we come across a spawner of any kind, a lot of times the chest down there with them will also have horse armor, which will come in handy. So let's see. Let's go down here. I don't want to start too close to the sand. We're at 65 for level up. Let's go back. And since we'll create an entrance, we'll use this acacia tree as part of our entrance going down. I forgot to create torches, didn't I? And I forgot to... oh boy. This is why I need someone watching what I'm doing. And then we'll just create all these as torches. Almost a full stack, not the worst thing in the world. Probably didn't need to bring my shears, it's okay. We should find plenty of cobblestone as we're digging down, so that'll be fine. Okay, so we'll be digging, whoops, 3 down. Still having trouble with the controller, like I said last time. So used to something else. And I'll start the time lapse and talk to everyone in a minute. So the real problem is that I'm doing this time lapse, but I didn't plan anything to say during it. So I guess I'll just think and chat and watch and figure something out. So let me talk a little bit about why I'm doing this series. I've had my YouTube channel for years and nothing's really on it. But lately, I've been watching a lot of Minecraft videos. I have a 9-year old, and he kind of got me started on everything. Let's start at the beginning. The reason I play Minecraft at all is thanks to a YouTuber called Blitzwinger. My son used to watch some of his videos. He had a PS3 Let's Play series that we watched all of. Well, I did. I think my son gave up. He's young, short attention span. But I watched all of Blitzwingers, and then that was pretty much it for months, years maybe. And somehow, how did it happen? Oh, I know. In my builds, I started wanting to do more farms and things. So I started doing more searches and looking at what was available, different builds. And I've bounced around from YouTuber to YouTuber, and I never really stuck with anyone. But I came across a few that either gave me good ideas, compiled plans from a bunch of other places, or just had interesting episodes or series. So one of the main ones I've watched is Skippy6 Gaming. He is a compiler. He does Redstone himself, but he also finds a lot of good videos around and rebuilds them in a way that you can easily follow. So I definitely suggest his tutorials. He's got a lot on duplicating and just all the crazy farms you can do. And he's got them set up for the different versions of Minecraft, including a nice series of works in all versions. So I focus on those a lot because I play on the Vita, the PS3, and the PS4, not on the computer. After that, I started watching, I think, Grian. Um, he doesn't do redstone, of course, or those crazy farm builds, but he has really cool design builds that are just entertaining. He's entertaining to watch. And after watching some of his housing designs and the builds, I started watching his Evo series. I follow a couple of the other Evo Minecrafters, but I only watch his regularly. And then I ended up catching up with all the back episodes and had nothing to watch. Well, he had done a bunch of videos with Mumbo Jumbo, and I'd watched a few Mumbo Jumbo Redstone tutorials because, of course, that's what he's known for. And when I caught up with Grian's Evo, I watched here and other Evo episodes here and there from other YouTubers, but not regularly. So when I caught up with Grian's series, I started watching the Hermitcraft series with Mumbo, going all the way back to series 2 where he started. Right now, I'm almost caught up. This has been a few months. I'm in the middle of episode 170 of season 5, and they just started season 6. Anyway, the upshoot of all this is getting watching all these series, watching all the fun they're having, and playing a lot of Minecraft with bigger builds that I hadn't been doing before. Just made me want to play more and show people what I was doing. You always have to have a hook in order to get viewers. My hook was already built in by the way I was playing, flattening a world. People don't do that. In fact, there's an old xkcd.com strip where someone had taken some experimental amphetamine, essentially, and stayed up all night flattening in a world and organizing the layers by block type, which is a joke, of course, because when you create a super flat world, that's exactly what you get. So one of my coworkers made fun of me for saying that's what I was doing. I'd never seen that comic book before, but I thought it was really funny, so I always keep that in mind. And I'll link to these YouTubers and that comic down in the description. If you don't watch uh, really Mumbo and Grian and Skippy6, I mean those are some of the big ones. Skippy6 maybe not so much, but I have no idea. I don't watch a lot of YouTube, so I don't know who's really big at any given time. So another problem I'm having is that as I'm doing these voiceovers, I've got a terrible echo in my headset, so I'm hearing what I'm saying half a second after I say it, which is why I'm kind of talking weird and stilted. Plus, I have a complete lack of script, which I really need to start doing. Script, practice, couple of runs. I'll have a false start here and there. I may start over, but once I'm in the middle, I'm not going to try to fix anything. So you'll hear me cough, sneeze, the dog running around, kids running through, cats attacking each other, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. Yeah, and I try not to quote the most obvious movie quotes ever, but that's what you quote. We're about halfway through, I think. I got kind of lost in this cave for a while. I think I did a pretty good covering it up. I'm not to that point yet, but you'll see. I just kind of wander around from the same point to the same point. Um, Dead air? Oh no. So let's talk about the builds and the order of things. I've been going back and forth. A couple of the first builds I know I want to do are an AFK fish farm. Now on the Vita, it was easy to do AFK, and as my son points out, these systems don't have keyboards, but I'm not doing AFC away from controller. Um, so anyway, AFK Fish Farm, because from that we're gonna pull out all of our enchanting books and kind of skip ahead. So instead of hoping and that my luck holds out and I'll get good stuff in an enchantment table, I just collect a bunch of books and build what I need. You also get a lot of fish, which is what we'll be surviving on when we turn off peaceful mode and put on hard. Let's see. After that, trying to think. I go back and forth. I have villagers this time, and at least one of them will trade for paper, which I've already done a little bit of that after this mining session. Um, I've got a rough and ready sugarcane farm right now. I just found sand next to the water and just planted a bunch. So that'll be okay, but I'm hoping for something that will harvest itself and it'll be easier. In regards to trading, also melon farms, pumpkin farms, those will be pretty useful. I'm trying not to do some of the major large builds that you'll see on the Hermitcraft and the other series, because once again, my goal is to flatten the world, not do crazy builds, no matter how awesome they are. But anything I can do to help me flatten quicker, I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to go ahead and do. That pause is because I hit the cord and my mic went out. So, aside from those kind of farms, I don't really need food farms. Like I said, we'll be getting fish. Um, there is a duplicator that works for like gold and redstone and iron that I'll probably try to build next. It does work on PS4 and it's a Twitchy based one. Um, I'm gonna try to avoid that a lot, but um, not altogether. As far as rules I've set for myself, duplicating is fine. I'm not on a server. I'm not playing with other people, so anything that's gonna help me, I'm gonna use, except going into creative mode. Arbitrary rule, but that's what it is. And speaking of duplicators, there's also like the rail and the carpet duplicator. I'll probably be building those separately. And the carpet one, I'll be feeding into an industrial furnace setup. I haven't decided on which design. I have to kind of probably test a few to see what works with the PS4 because a lot of the designs I've seen on the PC or the Bedrock edition. So we'll just have to see what works. And I want in fact, I know it works because El Mango who does amazing science-based Minecraft videos, had a design where he talked about using carpet as your fuel. So if you have a carpet duplicator hooked up to an industrial furnace, you're pretty much set for smelting and whatever else you need to cook. Cooking all that fish I'll be pulling out of the water. Wow, that's a really dark screen. Boy, dead air and nothing to see. What a great show. I'm sure I'll get millions and millions of subscribers this way. Plus, I'm talking slow because of the echo, so I sound like I'm in, well, you know, slow. Which is probably fine. I do tend to talk too fast, so I try to slow down occasionally, but then I just have unnaturally long pauses. So what the heck am I? So I'm digging through this tunnel. Um, like I said, I'm gonna be circling the world pretty good. I still need to figure out some of it. But the next time you'll see this, I'll have stairs in place instead of walking up these crazy block tower, which is really annoying to watch and to do. Well, that was a pretty successful mining operation there. As you can see, I was making a giant tunnel. What I'll end up doing is at that 305 centered mark, I'll make a 3 wide tunnel all the way around the map, just underground. That way, and it's at level 12, which means, as you can see, we got diamonds. We got 5 diamonds already. That's great. Lots of redstone. We'll be using that soon. Um, Over a stack of iron and even some gold. Oh, right, and lapis lazuli. That'll be good for enchantments until we start doing our AFK fish farm, which we'll just start pulling books. We won't need a lot of enchantments after that. So I'm going to go back to the center. I've got some diorite and some andesite. I'm going to go work on the center part of the floor again, and I'll catch everyone next time. This is Fred with Monotonous Minecraft. If you like it, please like, comment, subscribe. Just have a good day, everyone.